What's going on, Guardians? It's Tizzle here. So I am in desperate need of a vault cleaning yet again. So in this video, I'm either going to be justifying keeping things or deleting stuff from my vault. So we will go through everything and I will show you why I'm keeping a lot of the roles I'm keeping, or I will delete stuff today. I do want to mention these are so that I can get my light level down low on each character if I need to do that at some point. Sometimes you have to do that. And then all these armor pieces are part of dim loadouts, like preset dim loadouts. You can see I think Ophidian Aspects are the only ones that I have two pairs of. This is my PvP role, high intellect, high recovery, and then this is a PvE role. Other than that, I have literally every piece of exotic armor for every character masterworked. So I won't be touching these because I like to make lots of off-meta builds from time to time. So yeah, we're not even really going to look at armor. And then on my characters are weapons that I definitely use and I won't be breaking down. Like this is great for anti-barrier or overload when it's on auto rifle. For legendary, I'll never get rid of this chill clip Riptide. I love it. Charge time masterwork accelerated coils. Total god roll for me. So yeah, we're only going to be looking at my vault. So with that being said, let's look at it. My Dustrock Blues. This was a cracked shotgun in PvP during Forsaken. So I'm not going to be getting rid of that. This is another trophy that I have, 444 Crucible opponents defeated, so not a ton, but it is a really nice roll. This was like the first random roll I got, so when I had unlocked Redrix, I didn't even really have to farm for a god roll. Horror Story, I like this because of Osmosis. Osmosis is kind of a rare perk, but it comes in handy on certain builds. This is my OG Spare Rations, high stability, so yeah. Most of the trophy ones I'm not getting rid of because I only have a few. Time Payload 180 is really good for overload hand cannon when that is in the artifact. So I need one of those in the kinetic slot. That being said, I could probably go with this, except kinetics do deal more damage. So I'll probably keep both because shoot to loot is really good and it's quite rare on hand cannons. Eye of Soul, Snapshot Moving Target. This is a really nice roll, but I really don't snipe in Trials or Crucible that much at all anymore. So I could probably get rid of this. Maybe I'll keep it. Snapshot Moving Target, that's what I used to run on Beloved, but I know I have a Praetor's Revenge, 95 handling, fluted barrel, handling masterwork. So this thing's a god roll too, but it's got opening shot. This one's a little quicker. Moving target's nice. I don't know which one to get rid of. Let me know down in the comments and I will delete one of them and keep the other for a kinetic slot sniper. Actually, no. These deal less damage and snapshot's probably better. Bye, Praetus. A Dire Promise. Again, you can't really get these, so I like keeping it around. A Swashbuckler precision bow for one-shotting. This I will never get rid of. Total god roll, and I don't even have the pattern to craft heritage. DSC is the only patterns that I haven't gotten. Every other pattern in the game I have. Slide shot, snapshot. We're probably just going to get rid of that because, again, I don't do PvP too much anymore. This thing is actually really nice. An OG guiding sight. I think it's brought back now, and it's Strand. But yeah, I don't think I want to get rid of this because it is a really good roll. Quick Draw Iron Grip. So this is for like hot swapping from a bow to a hand cannon. And this season there's a Disruption Break bow. So I honestly might use that. So Quick Draw with the high stability. It's actually a really nice roll. And again, can't get it anymore. Killing Wind Swash. So I could 2-tap. If I'm running like a Peregrine Greaves build, so I'll probably keep that. This is a really nice sidearm. I love Demolitionist, but it can probably go. 2 Hawk Moons. Do I go with the dueling one, Eye of the Storm, or the one that makes getting the 1-taps easier? I love Eye of the Storm, but kind of feeling opening shot, looking at the stats. Yeah, we'll go with the opening shot one. Only need one Hawk Moon. I love Hawk Moon, but I haven't used it in a while. Cold Denial. This thing is actually great, but as you can see, 6 Crucible opponents defeated. So I'm really not using it much. It's from an awesome season though. Season of Arrivals, but yeah. This, again, really good roll. I love moving target. Iron Grip's nice, but 0 Crucible opponents defeated. Alright, time to go. This multi-mac I used to pair with Dead Messenger. Quick draw, so shoot the Dead Messenger, clean him up with the multi-mac, then you're rolling with Kill Clip. Gonna hang on to that. This is my OG DMT from back when they were absolutely unreal, like when it was super overtuned, when all the cheaters were in trials. And this is pretty much the only way for me to get flawless. I love Chroma Rush, so this is PvE, this is PvP. Oh man, I don't know. I think I'm going to hold on to the Chroma Rush. Slide Shot, Vorpal, Spike Nades, and Demo. This was a weapon to be used for potential boss damage phases, even though I don't think it's ever going to be used for that, but it is a really cool GL, so I'm probably going to hang on to it for now. This is my PvP Fatebringer. Explosive payloads, just really nice on it. Probably keep that. Practice, gotta keep that. That's a great shotgun, I still use it. Last Breath. Subsistence Demolition, Adrenaline Junkie. I do really like this roll. It's a PvE roll though, and yeah, I've just got other auto rifles that I use in PvE now. This is a nice Crucible roll, but again, I'm not playing much Crucible anymore. This is still nice for anti-barrier sidearm. This thing is the most stable hand cannon in the game, so I only have 3 defeats, but it is a super cool roll, so I'll probably hang on to it. Auto-loading Demo, Disorienting Grenades. I could craft this, but I haven't yet, I don't believe. This, my gosh. It's double enhanced from back when crafting just kind of first started. But to be honest, I haven't used either of these weapons in a long time. I don't even know what happens when you dismantle fully crafted weapons. So let's find out. I think this has a Trials ornament on it too. Okay. Just some glimmer and some shards for 2 Ascendant Alloys. That feels bad. So I'll probably hang on to this just because. This is leveled up. I actually will keep this around because just last season I was using this for anti-barrier bow. Thoughtless with Overflow Firing Line. It was good. It had some synergy with Ballador's before Ballador's got its recent change, so I don't know how I'm feeling about this. I could probably delete it and never miss it because at the end of the day, I use my Succession for most things, or I'm going to be using Supremacy with Bait and Switch. But yeah, we'll think about that one. Shoot to Loot Frenzy, 99 range, PvE, absolute all-star right there. Lead from Gold Vorpal. I like this weapon because this is just random rolls. So it's really hard to get a god roll. I don't have Assault Mag, but Vorpal on a Kinetic, because Kinetics deal more damage, is really nice. And then same type of thing here if you ever need a surrounded shotgun. So for now, I'll hang on to these, but if we see something similar, I might come back to them. These I'm not touching. Again, they're for very specific builds and purposes. Oh, I love both of these. I love Demo. I love Subsistence. I love Frenzy. I could craft one. What's the Adept got? Perpetual Motion Thresh. Oh, okay, I'm coming back to those. Okay, Duty Bound. You can't get it anymore, which is probably why I was hanging on to it. Again, I love Frenzy, but I've got other autos for PvE. Rapid Hit Explosive Payload, plus this is Hawkeye. So for certain strikes and stuff, this could come in handy. This, to this day, I've still never put like Enhanced 1-2 Punch on or anything. So I think I can finally just get rid of that. Again, especially because Stasis is on the artifact this season. Autoloading Vorpal, I'm probably going to hang on to this. I love autoloading, and then Vorpal is on a primary is 20% extra damage. So this could be good for overloads this season. This was the first weapon I ever double crafted, Moving Target Frenzy. It is a very nice pulse. I might hang on to it just because of the cost of crafting materials. And it's got 2 enhanced. I just haven't went back and put on the handling or whatever you want to put on. Range Masterwork or whatever. Fire Fright, again, I like Osmosis, but that means we don't need this guy anymore. Goodbye, Horror Story. New purpose. So this is for anti-barrier pulse. It is pretty much the best anti-barrier pulse in the game because of adaptive munitions and its high impact. So definitely keeping that. This is a PvE god roll if you want to go with like a swap harmony build, because Steady Hands is like, this pairing is super nice. Handling Masterwork. This is a total god roll, but I've never done anything with it if I'm being honest, so probably don't need it. This kind of falls into the same category as this Officer Revolver, but at the end of the day, this is a 180, so it is a little better than a 140. Doesn't have the range, but time payload kind of makes up for that. So if I'm picking one, I'm probably going with the Officer Revolver. Outlaw Rampage, so this is my PvE roll, this is my PvP roll. I love Austringer, so I'm not going to get rid of these. This, it was very unique because of this Dreamwork thing, and you could overflow rockets, I think, and Fourth Horseman and stuff, but that all got patched. Even in a season with a hand cannon artifact and stasis being in there with Headstone and Wellspring, I'm still not touching it, so probably just safe to get rid of. Again, shoot to loot. I'm a sucker for having shoot to loot basically in every type of archetype. So unless there is another shoot to loot bow, I'll just check my dim in the kinetic slot. Then I'm probably keeping that. Yeah, it's my only shoot to loot kinetic slot bow. So can't get rid of that. Again, I actually just crafted Defiance of Yasmin with shoot to loot because I needed it for a strike. Defiance of Yasmin, so this is a god roll. Firing line's really good. Ensemble, so these pair perfectly together, plus with Runneth Over, so I'm not getting rid of that roll. Snipers have gotten a buff, but maybe Supremacy is still better, because at the end of the day, this is a 90 RPM, so they're not as good. Now that Supremacy's out, is this worth it? It's hard to say. Blood Feud, alright, I still haven't used this. It's a stasis season and I'm still not using it, and it doesn't have crafted perks, enhanced perks, so it's gone. No Reprieve can get enhanced surrounded, which is very good because it actually does more damage than regular surrounded, so I'll just be keeping that. This, Rangefinder Frenzy, really good for anti-barrier sidearm this season. This, I should try in Crucible. It is a god roll, and it's the only one I have, so I'm going to keep it. Rose, I love the feel of this thing, definitely keeping it. These two, oh geez. So I've actually used this one in Crucible, where the target lock roll I don't like as much, and now with Iron Banner back, that new Strand auto has some really nice synergy as a high impact frame, so I can get rid of one of them. This, very unique roll, even though I tend to not use it because I just default to Riptide. So, man. But it is a random roll, Charge Time Masterwork. I'm going to keep it. Juraraka 3SR, Rapid Hit Kill Clip. So that is a PvP god roll, but again, I don't seem to be using it in PvP, so I can probably just get rid of it. This is my only crafted adept weapon. So it dropped with this roll, and I really like this roll. Good for strand builds, so I'm keeping that. Demo Hatchling, again, really good for strand builds. This, though, I have leveled it up, but haven't really done anything with it. I might keep it around for now, at least. Headstone on a bow, very nice. I know this can be crafted, but don't really need to craft it when you have a really good roll like this, so I'm going to hang on to that one. Hatchling, Threat Detector Demo. Hatchling on an SMG, not that great. Encore Target Lock, Surplus Kill Clip. So these are all quite nice rolls, and I farmed the hell out of this gun. Oh, man. I don't know. I already got rid of my rangefinder target lock after the rangefinder nerf. To be honest, I've never used this, even though it is a god roll. So we'll keep the target lock one, and we'll keep the PvE one. This total god roll of Astral, well, maybe not a total god roll, but range masterwork, threat detector, opening shot. It's a pretty good roll. I might hang on to it. Kinetic Tremors and Frenzy. Again, I love Frenzy. I love Kinetic Tremors. They're both really good this season. Definitely not getting rid of this. I farmed the hell out of this. This one, again, I just love Subsistence, but okay. I love Firefly too, to be honest, but I gotta get rid of something. And then this is just such a unique role for PvE, or PvP, I can't get rid of it. This, I just got Fluted Barrel, Handling Masterwork. Like, this is the god role for this type of sniper. But again, at the end of the day, I'm rarely sniping in trials anymore. Allied Demand, Rangefinder, Eye of the Storm, so I'm going Frenzy. Round Robin, I've never put the enhanced perks on it, but this is a pretty nice gun. I'm going to hang on to it. A Hatchling Sniper, again, I like that. It's unique. Good for builds. This is a great PvP sidearm. I'm going to hang on to it just because it's a world drop, so they're hard to get good rolls of. So this is Firing Line. And this is Firing Line. But this has Vice Stinger and 4th times. So, but this is double crafted. Oh, it's a shame to waste all those mats. But again, the last time I used the Thoughtless, couldn't really tell you. And this thing is pretty much just flat out better. Again, I'm a sucker for Osmosis. That being said, Shot Swap, not the greatest. And I have a Shoot to Loot Kinetic Tremors roll that I use anyways. Envious Frenzy. So yeah, this is why I like hanging on to this, because I love the multiple perks for everything you can do with it. But at the end of the day, not really using it. Frenzy is really nice, and it feels good on 540s in PvE. We just haven't really had Pulse Rifle until this season for a while, so I'm going to hang on to that one. Okay, let me look up Kinetic Tremors real quick and see what other scouts have. Oh, yeah, I've got Hung Jury. So Nameless Midnight, this was literally like my first favorite gun in Destiny. I used the crap, or Destiny 2, I used the crap out of it in vanilla. Everyone knows Nameless Midnight. It was like awesome with explosive payload. So I've got nothing but love for this weapon, but this video is all about finally getting this vault somewhat down. So this had a very unique interaction. Gut shot straight and explosive payload was like kind of doubling up on damage. So it's actually really good, and 200s feel really nice, those Omelon 200s, like the Mananans and stuff back in the day. And then we've got a Hatchling roll. So again, let me just look up what perks. Alright, it's my only scout with Hatchling, and since they're precision weapons, so I'm actually going to keep both of these, just because they're unique. And you can only farm them in that summer event, Solstice of Heroes, or whatever it's called. This is a very unique role from a dungeon that I don't particularly like to farm. And Demo Adrenaline Junkie. Do I go for more damage? Yeah. Messenger, Headseeker, like that. Again, some of these rolls are just so nice. Like Arrowhead Break with the range masterwork. And then the Kill Clip roll with Desperado. I'm keeping both these. They're both too good. This I've never used, and I'm pretty sure I can pull it from collections if I want. This sucker I farmed like crazy for. Definitely keeping it. Really nice synergy with Strand. So I can get rid of the Perpetual Motion one now, though. Because like I said, I took forever to get the Discord Hatchling roll. Are these craftable? I don't even know. Patterns, pulse rifles, different times. Okay. So if I ever did need a hatchling. Pulse. Or do I just keep it? No, I'll just craft it if I need it. Same thing with this. Same thing with this. Man, these season and deep weapons are pretty much useless, weren't they? Slide shot, opening shot, so that is almost nicer than my old school spare rations. So that's my PvP roll, really nice roll. And then this is my PvE roll. So I'm keeping both of these. Again, can you craft spare rations? I don't think you can. Oops, what did I click on? No, can't craft it. So yeah, I'm keeping both. Such an iconic gun. I love spare rations. Chattering Bone, Headseeker Kill Clip. It's a god roll, but I can craft it. Transfiguration. I was leveling it up, but I don't even have enhanced perks on it, so I can probably get rid of that. Supremacy. Yeah. So I'm definitely keeping that. Except I'm going to swap this to bait and switch. And then this will be my kinetic tremors roll. So I'm keeping both of these, but I will make this bait and switch. Just haven't done that yet. So again, this was supposed to be just a unique roll that I could pair Harmony. I used to love Randy's throwing knife, but yeah, time to move on. I will keep the kill clip roll with Zen Moment. That's a really nice roll right there, especially fluted on these rapid fires. They have low handling. Rewind around Frenzy. Everything it can do, the Rufus's Fury can pretty much do better. Except I do love Frenzy. That is a really nice roll. But again, I've got so many good PvE auto rifles, so probably don't need that. Overflow 1 for all. It's a world drop, but still, goodbye. Swordbreaker. I was probably keeping that around just for using the deep sight harmonizers or whatever. This is a nice roll, but I can craft it if I want it. Fang of Reute. This thing is crazy. So I got the Adept one, so I can put Adept range on it. But with Surplus, even though the recoil direction is only like 49, this thing is an absolute laser beam when you have all your abilities up. Like huge stability. Yeah, I love this gun. Haven't enhanced the perks, but yeah, it's really good. This thing, the GOAT with Lucky Pants, 779 kills, and I'm still using that a lot. But Snapshot Frenzy, geez. At the end of the day, I'm always just going, yeah. This video is to clean out my vault, so that's what we're doing. Guiding Sight with Kill Clip, that's pretty nasty, but again, I'm only going to keep one, and that's this OG one, the one that's not even strand. Showrunner with Kinetic Tremors, again, rare roll, so I like to hang on to it. This, really nice roll, but am I ever using 450s with Kill Clip? I'm going to hang on to it just because I don't think you can craft that one. This is for stasis builds. I never did get the... Like, this is really nice for anti-barrier auto rifle because of under-over. And then demo collective action. I love demo. I wish I could have got a demo headstone one, but I never did. Okay. I can't keep 3 of like anything, but 2 is fine. So PvE for barriers, and then this more for like stasis utility builds. Again, I did use this and it feels really nice. Range Masterwork, Encore Kill Clip pair so nicely together, so I'm keeping that. This, we can now craft with that Seasonal Fusion, but I don't have the pattern yet, so I'm going to hang on to this, especially because it is a high impact. I don't have the Charge Time Masterwork, unfortunately, but yeah, I'm going to hang on to that just because it's really rare to get God Roll World drops. This is part of a Peacekeepers double SMG build that I want to run, so I'm definitely keeping that one. But Target Lock is also nice, plus I've got the other perks. I think I'm keeping both, at least for now. So I haven't hardly looked at these weapons at all. So demo killing tally's nice. But again, at the end of the day, I think you'll be able to craft these, at least at some point. Yeah. So demo 1 for all. I'm a sucker for demo. Yeah. Killing tally's nice too, but one for all, you can just tag up 3 enemies real quick. So I'll keep that one. Discord Slice, it's a pretty unique role. I haven't actually farmed the dungeon all that much. I went hard like the weekend it came out so I could get that video out. But yeah, I haven't got to play it a ton since. Explosive Head, I like, and Collective Action isn't bad. 720 draw time, that's slow as hell. Can speed that up. I have to wait on this. I know I want a hatchling one. Let me look at my bows. Yeah, that's the only bow I... Oh, no. I've got one on my character, Archer's Temple Hatchling. So, goodbye. Even though Explosive Head is really nice. I just unlocked this. Lightweight frames with Vorpal are quite nice. Unfortunately, geez, that's what I should have been focusing, not this auto rifle. I got a ton of good auto rifles, so I didn't need to keep doing it. I was only hanging on to this just because, like, this is actually a pretty unique role, and I don't overly like comp, so I'm going to hang on to it for now, but I will grind a little more comp just to maybe get a better roll. Retold Tale, I still use this a lot, even though I've been falling in love with Mindbenders again. Alright, if these ever come back into the meta, like, this thing is so nasty, and then this is my PvE roll, so I'm keeping both of them. This I can pull from collections if I need. This one I used a lot back in, like, Beyond Light. We had Unstoppable Shotgun, I think, right when Beyond Light launched. And yeah, this thing used to go hard. I think Trench Barrel, it was like staying procced for more than 3 shots at the time too, but it's nice. And then this is my PvE P roll. This is a nice PvE God roll for certain situations. This old Last Perdition, what do we even have for Void Pulse rifles anymore? I'm not even sure. I used to love this thing. And it's kind of like a utility role. Like, you can use it in PvE or PvP. So I'm really only seeing Yesteryear from Gambit. And it's a 390 as well. Oops, didn't mean to claim it. But I'm going to get rid of it. I used to love that weapon, but I'm probably going to go Yesteryear over it. This is a pure copium roll, in case they ever buff this shitty aggressive frame fires a horizontal volley, because this isn't a bad roll. Like, yeah, I'm going to keep it around just because it's one of those, it might be good one day, or it might suck forever, and it's just a waste of vault space. But if I really need the vault space, I could just delete that one. Deafening Whisper, it's rare, being a... And it's got auto-loading, which I love, but a void wave frame. So yeah, because it's got auto-loading, I gotta hang on to it. There is that world drop one, but I still like Deafening Whisper. This, I was more keeping these around so that I can pull my Deep Sight Harmonizers or whatever and use it on them. So I'm just keeping those to try and fill out the Deep Stone Crypt patterns eventually. Grave Robber 1-2 Punch, I use this all the time on Assassin's Cowl. Summoner... it's an adept summoner, which is nice. And last I checked, there's not too many... Oh no, there is better... Abyss Defiant came out. So if I did want to run a solar auto, I could just run that. So I actually really liked this thing too. Again, I'm a sucker for subsistence, and this thing felt really good. And then the summoner, what I like about it is alacrity, and I do so much solo stuff. So that's a really nice perk. And it's got Focus Fury. But at the end of the day, it's still 1600, so I haven't been using it much, have I? Same with this. So Abyss Defiant, you're my go-to solar auto rifle now. Bone Chiller. Again, there's probably so many better slug shotguns. Or is there? Or are slugs even good anymore? Because at the end of the day, it's one for all, which is kind of counterintuitive. No, Nessa's Oblation exists, and that's craftable, so... Okay, goodbye Bone Chiller. Never getting rid of this. Subsistence Demo, 2 of my favorite perks in the game, and yeah, definitely not. Fool's Remedy, this thing is actually really good in PvP, but clearly I'm not using it. This is craftable. What else we got? Salvo, awesome gun. I loved this thing. Almost 2,000 kills. We do have a craftable void bow this season. Oh, and we've got the under your skin, which I really like that one. So, God, I absolutely love this weapon. I really like the weapons from this season, actually, because this far future I quite like as well. But, again, I'm rarely sniping, and it's time to, like, actually purge my vault. Again, for me, this is purging. Like, being under 550, that shit is rare for me. This is my PvP palindrome. Definitely not getting rid of that. This was my PvP Frozen Orbit Sniper, which I loved, but again, barely do that. I would use this in Crucible sometimes. It was quite fun. Grid Skipper, keeping it. This, oh god, pure god roll for a slug in PvP, but at the same time, am I ever using a slug? No, not anymore. This, I kind of just rediscovered playing Iron Banner. I was pairing it with Thorn to get the Catalyst on my Warlock. Really liked it. But again, my Mindbenders was also feeling really good. This is a total god roll. Definitely keeping it. Can't get it anymore. I really like this Vision of Confluence, but what do we have for Solar Scouts these days? I do have my Staccatos. One with Explosive Payload, one with Shoot to Loot. And then I have this with Frenzy. And it is time lost, so I am going to hang on to it. Because I actually still do really like that gun. Feels good. This is what I'm talking about. Pairing my Double Harmony SMGs with Peacekeepers, so definitely keeping that. And then this thing, again, total god roll. Adept range, killing wind. Like, this thing goes hard. Definitely not getting rid of that. Borrowed Time, again, it's a god roll, but 1600, so I'm clearly not using it much. I like having disorienting grenades in every variant, so solar, void, whatever, so definitely keeping that. This, PvP god roll, but don't need it. Deicide with 1-2 punch. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm usually using that Xenoclast. But again, 1-2 punch is kind of one of those perks that I like to have in every variant. Oh, that's right. I've got that Basso Ostinato with Grave Robber 1-2 punch. So, yeah, I've got the same roll on a different gun, so I might as well get rid of that one. This, really nice arc bow. Again, this is actually like... I might actually keep this just because this is Frenzy, and I don't know Abyss Defiance perk pool off the top of my head, but I know what I crafted it with was Enhanced Incandescent, because Enhanced Incandescent versus Incandescent is just flat out better. But I am going to look up the perk pool real quick, and if it can get Frenzy, I'll get rid of it. Nope, Target Lock, Kill Clip. So yeah, I'm actually going to keep this. Comedian, again, this is a Copium roll. If Trench Barrel's ever good, then I got Assault Mag, Bottomless Grief, which is more in the mag, and yeah, again, I could probably delete this, but you never know. Punching Out with Frenzy. Yeah, I actually really like this roll. I know I'm not using it. It's a sidearm season, and I still haven't used it. Alright, let me look at Solar Sidearms, because I know I already got rid of that Iron Banner one. Oh, we've got Drang, and I've got that Heliocentric. Yeah, so I like both those weapons better than that one, so it's gone. This, again, because it's solar especially, and then it's got a very, like, this even has a pendant mag, so I can get 8 with overflow and firing line. But I do have that faster firing solar one, the Distant Tumulus with Clown Cartridge firing line. So even though it's a unique roll and really good, to this day I've never used it in any type of damage phase, so probably not going to. Darkest Before, I just love this pulse so much. I'm keeping it. It's Subsistence Rampage. That was like what I loved on Ostringer back in the day. Can't get rid of it. This is actually really nasty in Crucible, and this, to this day, I still use. Again, I love Frenzy. Yeah, I'm keeping both of these. These are underrated weapons. Quick draw snapshot. I do have to keep one good energy sniper, and this is probably the one I would want to keep. Matador. Everyone loves this gun. I never did get quite a perfect god roll. If this had opening shot, I'd probably keep it. But again, haven't been using it. I've been really liking my Mindbenders lately, or Retold, or Found Verdict. So yeah. This is actually nice in Spire the Watcher, so I'm going to keep it literally just for that. This is really nice. The reason I have like no enemies defeated is because I just crafted this literally so I could use this memento because it looks great on it. Because I had a perpetual kill clip god roll before, but I just deleted that during Festival of the Lost so I could craft one and put that memento on it. Likely suspect. So yeah, 1600. It was good in PvP. This is an anti-barrier scout because of Genesis and adaptive munitions. I'm actually going to keep that. And then this is kind of the same thing. Really good for that certain playstyle. This I should probably just craft and put this roll on it for enhanced autoloading. But yeah, I can do that stuff later. Definitely keeping that. Autoloading Vorpal, again, really good for like anti-barrier stuff. And it's the same roll that I have on that Vice, the crate or whatever. So I actually really like that for anti-champion stuff. This thing feels great, but I do have this one. So again, I could always just recraft this if need be. This, I love it because it's a god roll, but it's on an adept one. So it's unique. So yeah, never getting rid of this. I haven't ever even crafted a Forbearance, even though I know Enhanced Ambition, Ambitious Assassin will give me more total reserves, I think it is. But yeah, this thing, it's excellent. Like, look at that. Blast radius and velocity 100. You couldn't get a more better god roll if you crafted it, literally. So, and then this one, Demo Adrenaline Junkie. This just has more utility than a crafted version. This, again, really good in PvP, but I've clearly never used it, so goodbye. Even though 180s with kill clip are pretty nasty. The title, still haven't used it, so I do like having a shoot to loot scout, so I am going to keep this one, especially because you can't get it anymore. Alright, so this is anti-barrier, and this is for like ability spam. So because they're world drops, I'm probably just going to keep both. Screw it. This I have for PvP, this for PvE. Again, time payload, really nice for certain things. This is for damage phases, but we've had how many firing line ones already? So at the end of the day, am I really going to use this over Distant Tumulus with Clown Cartridge, which has a higher rate of fire, therefore better DPS? No. Even though, yeah, no. We're getting rid of this. Wait, that was 4th times firing line, and I have autoloading firing line? Hold up. Because I should have one more of this. Yeah, I've got an autoloading Vorpal one. So that's the one I'll probably keep. Though autoloading could be good in rotations. I don't know, man. I'll keep the autoloading one. At least I got rid of one. These are good for different things. This one's crafted. Definitely never getting rid of this one. Ah, jeez. Yeah, I like glaives. I'm keeping that. This is for Gerfalcons and stuff. I quite like this roll. Demo Adrenaline Junkie Forgiveness. I actually really like it. And you can't get it, and it's adept. A Vorpal rapid fire shotgun is quite nice. Horror's Least, kind of one of those like trophy weapons. Don't really want to get rid of it. Still to this day, I haven't crafted a Beloved, even though I did delete my old Beloved from back in like the glory days of Menagerie. Again, shoot to loot on a scout I want to keep, and then an explosive payload. I screwed up. I used to have shoot to loot explosive payload, but when they nerfed that interaction with explosive payload, I was like, oh, I'll do the dragonfly one, because when you get a headshot with this, if it's causes the dragonfly explosion. That will pick up your ammo brick, but not thinking just how good explosive payload is in general. So I'm going to keep both for now, but hopefully I can get that god roll back one day. Definitely keeping this. I love this weapon. I know I could craft it, but I just like this one. And then this one has that super unique roll, so I'm keeping that for certain builds. This is really good for a DPS fusion in certain scenarios as long as you're surrounded. Demo Volt Shot, and then again, Shoot to Loot Explosive Payload, that god roll. I know I could craft this, but yeah, these both have different purposes. I've finally started using this thing, and it feels really good. This is the pulse that I was hanging on to instead of the perdition. Volt shot on a sniper is unique, and then auto-loading Vorpal on a sniper. Like, it's a nice roll, and I like having that. I'm just trying to think. So I have this Soul Survivor with Lead from Gold Vorpal. Yeah. No, I'm going to get rid of this one. Maybe. There we go. Golden Tricorn. It's got that cool interaction with Athers's Embrace. I'm going to keep it. This thing is like a super god roll. So, going to hang on to it, at least for now. This is my Volt Shot roll. And then this is my Shoot to Loot roll. So, they both have different purposes. This one, I still haven't used. But then again, okay. Gonna get rid of both of those. Screw it. I love this hand cannon. Feels great. But at the end of the day, I haven't used this one. Jeez, I kind of forgot I have this. And Frenzy might be nicer than the Palindrome one I have. Okay, I am going to keep both those for now. This is a total god roll because it's got auto-loading Vorpal spike nades. And this is the highest damaging GL in the game. So this is the god roll. But then it also has the Disorienting Grenade. So definitely not getting rid of that. This is just a unique weapon, and I don't like farming Spire, so keeping that. This has utility because it's Hawkeye and explosive payload, which adds damage. This I still use all the time. It's really nice. This, okay. I do not like high impacts that much, and I tend to still just use Null Composure. So because of that, even though I farm my ass off for that, the Dawning is right around the corner, so going to get rid of that. Actually, by the time this video goes up, it will be the Dawning. 4 times Focus Fury, Overflow Focus Fury. So yeah, I think I just hadn't crafted this and I was waiting. So there we go. Feeding Frenzy. I really like this, and I might put Volt Shot on it one day, even though I have the Subsistence Demo one. This is for like a Gerfalcon's build, and this is just for general play. Ah, jeez. Okay, I'm going to keep it. Prodigal Return. I should just craft this with Volt Shot, and then I will keep it. So that is something that I will do. Steady Hand Swash. Swash on slugs is really nice. And then I was keeping this in case like, oh, maybe Golden Tricorn will be good. But again, don't think so. Jorm's Claw. This thing is a really cool roll, actually. Like Iron Grip Headseeker. Very consistent. But I haven't really used it, so screw it. This one, same thing. It's a good PvP roll, but I haven't really used it. Threat Detector Iron Reach. So it is a nice roll, but if I'm keeping this Inquisitor, then I will get rid of the Gnora's Axe. Destabilizing Rounds with Hero's Burden, that's nice. This I have some like build plans for because of Golden Tricorn. But then I also love Frenzy, and 180s are just decent. So for now, I'll hang on to these. This Keep Away Kill Clip is a really nice roll, but again, haven't even used the thing. So this was what I was talking about. Yeah, this is a wave frame. So Destabilizing, Golden Tricorn. I like Envious Assassin. I wish this, yeah. I'm going to hang on to both these for now, even though I tend to just use the Deafening Whisper. But they're just hard to get, so I like hanging on to them. The title, I already have this. Oh, that was Destabilizing Rounds. Oops. Anyway. Doesn't really matter. Again, don't overly like farming Ghosts of the Deep. So, gonna hang on to this roll. Demo Adrenaline Junkie, I like that roll. Both of these, Adept. I got super lucky the week this was in Trials, because this is... I love this combo. This is what I have on my Enigma. And then I also have Volt Shot on this one. And then I actually have used this one in situations where I want like auto loading. So definitely keeping both of those. This, not a bad feeling hand cannon, but I haven't put the enhanced perks on it. So clearly I don't care that much. Outlast. That's actually a nice pulse. Wasn't I talking about solar pulse rifles earlier? Oh yeah, with the Ogma and Jurassic Green. Alright. At the end of the day, I'm probably going to use the Ogma in PvE. So yeah, even though that's not a bad PvP roll. Discord on a shotgun. Very unique. Saves ammo, so definitely keeping that. I remember I farmed hard for that one. I'll hang on to this because I got rid of that Vorpal on Macabre. Bug out bag. I used to love this SMG. It was really good. But now there's that new SMG this season called the Parabellum. And I have one with Frenzy. And I like Frenzy more than Swashbuckler, so we're keeping that. This thing is unreal. And then this one more for damage, or like consistent damage, even though I've got Techie Enforce. So yeah, you know what? I can get rid of that one. This, 2 different rolls here. One for incandescent, one for damage. But I could probably just get rid of this one. This, I just have to craft these perks onto this. Because when I crafted this, you couldn't level them up just by paying. So I will do that after this video. And to prove that, I'll get rid of this god roll right now. Dragonfly Volt Shot, so I did finally craft that. Explosive Payload is super nice too. And I love Nation of Beasts. Okay, I'll hang on to the Explosive Payload. Like I said, that's just such a good perk. This, I think I can pull from collections. This, I like the Golden Tricorn. Definitely hanging on to that because it's unique. Same thing with this. Envious Cascade Point, just a super unique roll on a world drop. So hard to get. This is my PvP roll. Use it all the time. Feels unreal. This, I'm keeping around just because, yeah, it could also be really good in PvP. And I just love Igneous Hammer, and I farmed a bunch of them. Abyss Defiant. Alright. That's actually a really nice roll on that Pulse. What do we have for arc pulse rifles in the game these days? Oh yeah, I've got that Insidious, but it does feel slow in PvE. So I think I'm actually going to keep that around. That's a really nice roll. Then I don't have to craft it. Like, I don't craft every weapon, as you can tell. Yeah, I actually like that roll. Okay. I really like this Dragonfly Precision Instrument roll, and it's Adept, but this one is just better. I love Subsistence, and yeah. Bria's Love, I could craft it if I'm really going to use it, so if the time comes, I will craft it when I need it. This is that God roll I wanted. I couldn't get it on the Adept one, but I do have Enlightened Action, which isn't bad. Anyway, I'll keep both those around for now. This is a pretty unique one, but I can craft it eventually, so I'll just keep it in case I need to use a Deep Sight Harmonizer on it at some point this season. Again, Shoot to Loot. I'm a sucker for that perk. Same with Frenzy. These I'm hanging on to until I figure out more about things like Deconstruct and Beacon Rounds. The Volt Shot one's really nice. This one can go Adagio, don't care. Again, Shoot to Loot, sucker for that perk. Enlightened Action or Heal Clip. Oh. I like Enlightened Action. This, really cool roll. Shoot to Loot Volt Shot, very cool. Rapid Hit Dragonfly is also a really nice roll, but this is Dragonfly, so yeah. Dragonfly in the left column, so this one's just flat out better than Waking Vigil for comparable rolls. Repulsor Brace Destabilizing, Repulsor Brace Golden Tricorn. I actually like having a 4th times one for certain scenarios just because it is crazy ammo efficient. But then this is kind of like everyone's go-to, obviously, with Reconstruction. Jeez. Nope. Gonna have to get rid of the 4th times one. Unrelenting Chain Reaction, I really like that combo. And then this is the God Roll DPS one. This I can get rid of. Never getting rid of my Hammerhead. Too cool. Shield Disorient you can't even get as a perk anymore as well. How sexy is that gun? Yeah, I love that gun. This, never getting rid of. This is how I got my Mountaintop back in the day when you had to get PvP grenade launcher kills. So just really fond memories of that. This one, Shattering Blade. It's a dead perk, so that's why I like to keep it around. Just as a content creator, it's good to have like those random things around. This I was using in the solo GMs up till like last year. So let me see if we've gotten a good grenade launcher in solar recently. I can't really picture one. Oh yeah, we got this Marcellin C. So I've got an incandescent roll of it and an explosive light roll of it. But I do love auto-loading, so I might have to hang on to this. So we're due for like a good craftable solar GL, it seems to me. But yeah, I really like the auto-loading. So I guess when I would have used it was right before Lightfall, because it is still 1600 light. But I know I used it in Warden's Nothing. I think that Nightfall is called. The one with the big servitor boss on the Tangled Shore in the jail. Temptation's Hook, can't get it anymore, so it's pretty unique. Same thing, auto-loading. So they did bring, yeah, they brought back the Regnant, and that has auto-loading explosive light. So I can finally get rid of this. Negative space, so a solar sword. What do we have for solar swords that are legendaries now? Not much at all. Oh, they got the Just In Case. So I've got Relentless, Whirlwind on Just In Case. So yeah, if I'm going Surrounded, I'm going Enhanced Surrounded. So goodbye to that. Code Duello, I've always liked, but again, haven't used it. This thing I have used, and it's super cool, so keeping that. Threaded Needle, and it's Void. Oh, we have that Viced one. What's it called? Taipan. And that can roll with Frenzy. So, yeah. Loved this weapon for a long time, but time to say goodbye. One for All on a machine gun. Actually cracked. These have, like, some unique rolls. Except we finally do have some decent Void rockets now. Yeah, we got the... that Nightfall one that can roll bipod, and then I have a red herring, the Braytech Osprey. So because we have that, again, I used to love Royal Entry, but these precision frames deal less damage, so it's time to say goodbye. Corrective Measure, Demo Thresh, 4,200 kills, you can see. That was my go-to before I crafted the Deepstone Crypt one. I'm actually going to keep it because I do like it for certain scenarios. Hezen Vengeance. That's pretty much just dwarfed by... Oh, and it's time lost. That's too bad. Cluster Bomb, Overflow. Maybe Cluster Bombs will make a return one day. Jeez. Like, Apex Predator is clearly the GOAT now. So it'd be very rare to use anything besides Apex. It's got Explosive Light, which is better than Vorpal. Yeah, sorry, you just got power crept out of existence. This, wonderful roll, but I have my crafted fixed odds, and yeah, it's just flat out better. So gonna have to get rid of this. This was just infusion material. This Impulse Amplifier, which is really good for like Crucible, so keeping that. This is a unique one, but I think it can only go on Warlocks. Maybe I'll keep the class-specific ones, at least one of each. Do I still have a Gold Tusk? I think I got rid of that. I did delete my Gold Tusk, but one of them is craftable now. Keeping that, that's a cool roll. Yeah, I'm going to keep it, and then, yeah, I could craft that Gold Tusk. Hold on. Gold Tusk, Death's Razor. Okay, yeah. So that's kind of a unique one that you can't really get anymore. Eternity's Edge. So I am going to hang on to it just because it's cool. I might have missed, or what the heck? Oh, that's where we left off. Hotheads, you can't get them anymore. I have one for pretty much every occasion. Like, I even used this one. It says 0 enemies defeated, but I know I used it in a solo Nightfall one time, so maybe I was only dealing boss damage with it. I don't know. Demo, you gotta have one of those. This one, I lost my shit when I got, so that's still a great roll. Tracking explosive light's really nice. Plus, yeah, impulse amplifier. Demo explosive light, demo vorpal. I'm just gonna hang on to the hotheads. I can deal with them at a later time. Yeah. Reed's regret. So you got one for team play, one for solo play. Ascendancy, I could just pull from collections. And again, Apex Predator is pretty much all you're going to be using ever. Demo chain reaction. Unrelenting chain reaction. I think I'll go demo just because I already have a bequest. And this is a cool looking sword. I like the way this one looks. Red herring, I actually use that. Tarnation. Haven't used that, but I'll just keep it because it's level 17, and I think GLs will get a buff in Final Shape. This I clearly haven't used, and then I've got Quillam's Terminus down here. Unrelenting Killing Tally, so that's the God roll on the Harrowed version. Or I have Headstone, and then this is that cool Firefly roll. So for now, I'll keep both. Razor's Edge, again, I like chain reaction on one of every one, so I'll keep that. Auto-loading explosive, auto-loading lasting. Jeez. Again, these, I think, have just been kind of power crept out of existence, especially because they're the precision frames. I could almost get rid of both, to be honest with you. I'll craft it if need be. Demo Frenzy, auto-loading Vorpal. If I need it, I could craft it. I'll keep the demo one. I like Frenzy. This I could pull from collections. Haven't used it in a hot minute. It's got Osmosis, which is really unique. Maybe I'll just keep it around. It is a Stasis and Strand season, so... these I'm keeping both for sure. Both God Roll, Storm Chasers. Love those things. The Sales Spy. So basically, this was the God Roll I wanted, and I was just going to put on here. But this one has Accelerated and Liquid, where crafted you can only put one on. So we'll just get rid of the crafted one, because I've literally never used it. I only leveled it up so I could put the enhanced perks on it. This, again, don't really use. It's a very cool design from Season of the Plunder, but I can just pull it from collections if I need it. This is the God Roll. I know I can craft it if I want, but yeah, really good roll. What the heck? Enhanced battery, but still only holds 5 in the mag? That's odd. Retrofit. We all know how that gun is. Target lock, Terminus Horizon. Gonna keep that. The Wendigo with auto-loading explosive light. Farmed my ass off for that. So this is another incandescent one, but at the end of the day, so I'm going to keep the target lock and cascade point. But when I'm using incandescent, I just always default to my fixed odds. So I can get rid of this. This, again, it's coming back to us with the Dawning, but I really like those rolls. So I'm going to hang on to it. Again, this is just so I could have like all my bases covered. Because this has Frenzy and Explosive Light. Demo Frenzy. So yeah, I'm going to keep them for now. Hatchling on a GL just has nice synergy, potentially. And then this is like the DPS God Roll. Briar's Contempt, I really like this. And then this, Paracausal Affinity. I think I was probably just keeping this because it's the Adept version. I can get rid of this. Auto-loading explosive, and then this is that utility roll. Might hang on to it because I've done way better than I ever thought I would. Big reason I'm filming this is just, yeah, to hold myself accountable and actually get rid of some stuff. I don't know if machine guns will ever be good for DPS. So I could probably just get rid of that. So circular logic with pulse rifle, pulse monitor demo. I actually use that. Target lock, golden tricorn, and hatchling. So these all have different purposes. Other than maybe this target lock one. Can't think of when I would use that. Swarm with golden tricorn. Again, it's for like ability spam arc build. Full court, a copium roll. If full court ever gets good, I've got one. Roar of the Bear. I never did get the demo lasting impression roll. So I could probably just get rid of this. But man, I used a lot of engrams to get that fucker. Unrelenting chain reaction. So yeah, I can just craft that roll if and when I need it. Field prep incandescent, field prep explosive light. I'll keep those just because they're random drops. DPS sword, DPS sword. Bipod roll. Bipod could have, because again, I've got bipod here with like 7. This thing holds like 7 in 1 meg. It's crazy. I love frenzy, but all right, and I do love auto loading. But I have this with tracking frenzy. And then field prep lasting. Jeez, tough decisions. I'm keeping all those because I don't know if you can still get them. Hatchling on a linear fusion, very niche. Haven't ever found a use for it. I do like this with hatchling. Cascade point. So again, for certain types of DPS rotations, this is a god roll. This is a god roll when I have a grenade-based build, and then the volt shot roll. So I've actually used all those. And then reconstruction sword logic. So yeah, I'm actually going to keep them. Hate on me all you want in the comments. I'm keeping lots of some weapons. But again, to be under 500 is actually astounding to me right now. A cosmic. When are we ever actually going to use higher ground? And then this, we already have with the regnant, right? So auto-loading explosive, 5 in the mag, spike nades. Yeah. So you got a perfect god roll here, and this is a adaptive frame, where this is a rapid fire. So 120 versus 150. Either way. Does it have spike? No, it doesn't even have spike. But this one does. Okay, we'll get rid of this one. This I could delete because it's can just pull it from collections. Again, bipod might have interesting utility, and this is the only arc rocket with bipod. That's why I'm hanging on to that. Golden tricorn with strand is really nice, and then slice hatchling, very cool roll. Demo hatchling will probably actually replace my pulse monitor demo. Yeah, it will. So I can get rid of that demo one. Oh, and then I've got pulse monitor golden tricorn, or hold up, I gotta look at some stuff because this is an adaptive. Oh, they're both adaptives. Okay, so they'll have the same reserves. So attrition orbs makes an orb when you deal sustained damage. Pulse monitor will reload a slow loading machine gun. I'll have to play around and see which ones of those I like more. I guess I lied when I said this was the only bipod arc rocket because I totally forgot this thing existed. Eddy current is a trash ass roll though. Aggressive frame, and this is high impact. Those are the two that deal more damage, right? Adaptive. No, it's adaptive and aggressive. So high impact wouldn't deal as much damage as this, I do believe. Neither has impact casing. Well, I'll hang on to both these till I get better bipod arc rolls. This is good for now, but I'll craft it eventually when the season's done. And then we just have these swords. So let's see. Unrelenting chain reaction, Assassin's Blade hatchling. I do like hatchling, but it already rolls, or I've already got it on this. But this is a caster frame. Demo chain reaction. Okay. Keep the demo one. And we'll keep that. Either way, 473. I am elated with that, to be honest. So if you sat through all that, then you're a rock star. Sorry if it was boring. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to justify every single roll in my vault to you. Let me know down in the comments what ones you might have still deleted, or if I deleted some god rolls where I shouldn't have. Yeah, these I'm keeping for like certain reasons. But yeah, I did really well. Oh, and this, the Cataclysmic Adept. I never did get the god roll. This one, you know what? I've been keeping it around. If box breathing does come back and for some reason becomes great, then I fucked up. But yeah, anyways, thanks so much for watching if you're still here. I hope it was at least slightly entertaining and you got to look at a PvE player's vault and why I keep what I do. So yeah, thanks for watching and take care.